Welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a little different. It's going to be a talking through or explaining how to lose or gain weight. Now the reason for this is because, as you can probably see, I kind of cut my hand, so can't do or show any exercises. So I'm going to try and explain this as quick and as easy as possible so you can, if you didn't understand it, finally understand it. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so first of all, when it comes to losing weight, we have 3 steps here, so I'm going to go by them one by one and explaining them. So, calorie deficit when it comes to losing weight. What does that mean? That means you have to lose more calories than you eat. So I'm going to write down on the board, just down here. So say you eat, for example, 2,000 calories a day. Sorry for the writing, by the way. 2,000 calories a day. So what would you need to do in order to lose weight? So if you're eating this amount of food, you would have to burn at least 2,000 calories to maintain that weight. So how can you find out how many calories you're losing? You can use, as I have here, Fitbit, some sort of smartwatch. Your phone tells you very accurately nowadays how many calories you burn. So yeah, that's a very important detail. So if you can find that out, that's perfect for this step. Okay, so step number 2 when it comes to losing weight. What it says here and what I've written down is, don't just focus on cardio. Now, yes, cardio is very important when it comes to losing weight, but don't just put your mind to cardio, because it will end up being too easy and you won't see the results that you're looking for. So if you're running 5 times a week on a treadmill for 20 minutes, yeah, in a month, you'll lose weight. In 2 months, probably as well, but in 3, you'll stop losing that weight because you're doing the same over and over again. So what I recommend is do cardio, because it's very important when it comes to losing weight, but try different machines or add in some endurance weight training, which brings me on to the last step on losing weight. So endurance training when it comes to losing weight is doing 12 to 15 reps on each exercise performed. Now, why would you do endurance training compared to any other training, hypertrophy, strength, whatever it is? Endurance training is to basically tone up. So you're toning up your muscles. So if you're doing cardio, and this is a great way to lose that weight from the cardio and to tone up your muscles from the endurance training. So that I would highly recommend to do when you're doing, or when you're losing weight. Okay, so just to add, very importantly, when you're losing weight, it does not matter what food you are eating. What do I mean by this? You can have pizzas, you can have burgers, you can have whatever, chips, whatever, smoothies, or whatever you want. Because as long as you burn more calories than what you're eating that day, you're going to lose weight. Now, I don't recommend eating everyday pizzas and burgers, because that's just not good for your general health. So what I mean is, don't put your mind just to eating healthy, because in the end you will crack and you will end up putting on loads of weight because of the amount of food you're eating. So yeah, that's very important as well. Now, I hope I explained or you understood this part here when it comes to losing weight. It's very important. Now, which is even probably more difficult, is gaining that weight. For example, me, how would I gain weight? And it's very important to notice what it says here, which is your body type. There are 3 different body types. That's it, 3 different body types in everyone. Ectomorph, mesomorph and endomorph. Ectomorph is basically me, tall and thin. Mesomorph is a mix between the two, so they're fairly tall, but they can lose and put on weight very easily. And endomorph, endomorph is basically they're naturally high in body fat. So, first of all, ectomorph, which is, as I said, tall and thin. How do you gain weight being an ectomorph? Calorie surplus, which is, as I was mentioning before on the burning calories, here you need to eat more than what you burn. So again, I'm going to go back to this. If you're eating, when it comes to gaining weight, if you're eating 2,000 calories a day, you need to make sure you're not burning 2,000 calories a day, because what will happen is you just stay at the normal weight. So for example, me, because I'm an ectomorph, I eat probably around 3,000 calories every single day. But the problem is, I burn that amount every day. So my weight just maintains, it just stays the same. So bear that in mind when it comes to gaining weight when you're an ectomorph. Now when it comes to mesomorphs and endomorphs, it's pretty much the same as ectomorph, but you have to make sure you're not burning loads of calories, because it is very easy as a mesomorph and endomorph to burn a lot of calories, which means you're not reaching your calorie eating goal of the day, so you're losing weight because you're burning more than what you're consuming. So for all three of these body types, all of these steps are very important for all three. So I've covered that one. The second one is try and include cardio as well as weight training when it comes to gaining weight. And why? You're probably thinking, if I do cardio, I'm going to lose weight. Not necessarily. If you do cardio, say you're training 5 days a week and you do cardio twice a week, that cardio is helping you keep your fat percentage down than what it could be if you're just doing weight training. Because if you're eating loads of calories and not burning as much, the difference when it comes to gaining weight, you could gain loads of weight at once, especially if you're a mesomorph. So be careful when it comes to doing that. Try and include cardio as well. And last but not least, when it comes to gaining weight, what type of training should you be doing? Now, the type of training should be hypertrophy and strength. Now, you're probably thinking, if you don't know about this, what does that mean? Hypertrophy is when you do, I'm going to write it down here, hypertrophy is mainly when you train 8 to 12 reps, don't know if that says reps, 8 to 12 reps for 3 to 5 sets. So when you're doing a set, you need to make sure you're in between 8 and 12 reps. And again, with strength, it's more, I'm gonna go around here, it is around 1 to 6 or 7 reps. So try and make sure you're in between those rep ranges depending on the type of training you're doing. So yeah, I hope I've explained myself very good so you can understand it once and for all. If I didn't, let me know and I'll try and explain it again in another video. But until then, I'll see you lost the top of my pen. I'll see you next week with what will be how to start exercising part 2.